All right, we're live. Yes, we're back. I got the mic. Want to make sure the volume is good. If you can hear me, make sure that you put in that you can hear me on the chat here. Let me just switch over from my top chat, my live chat, make sure we're good here. And we are. Excellent. Fantastic. All right, so we're going over 5 secret insurance bureaus that you need to know. Insurance bureaus that could be affecting you right now. Could be messing with your personal property insurance, your cars, your homes, driving records for CDLs. We're going to get into all of it. Okay. We're going to get into all this personal property insurance stuff, 4 secret bureaus that you want to take a look at. See if you have inaccurate information, unverified stuff. I'll tell you what, you'd be surprised what is on there. We've got the subscribe tribe crowd, right? The subscribe tribe is coming in. We're trickling in. We got the notification gang coming in. It's exciting. You know when it's lunchtime, it's live time. All right, here we go. Good morning, good afternoon. Hello, Lee Banks, good to see you. Miss Baker, good to see you. Robert Hunter, we got the usual hitters here, the VIPs, all right. Michelle Miles, first time live. Good to see some first timers as well. Trying to come in with some different times. Mr. Alan Johnson is back. Killing it. Appreciate it. Appreciate you all being part of the subscribe tribe, coming back and helping whenever. Yes, Demetrius, let me make sure you got my email. Demetrius wants to talk on the email, and I want to make sure that everybody has my email. Look, we are all here during our, work hours. We got things going on. We got to get back to getting to your emails, getting to your questions and comments and concerns and calls and disputes and all this good stuff. Okay, so we're going to hit it real quick here on the 4 insurance bureaus that you want to know. And we'll do some live Q&A, so make sure that you put your Q&As here. If you're watching on the replay, which I really appreciate, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the bell for notifications, that thumbs up if this video is helping you out, and feel free to put in the comments your questions so I can make you a video. Okay, let's get into it. 4 bureaus that you want to know about insurance. This is unique stuff, a little bit different. I know I'm bringing a little bit, normally it's always credit repair, but this can have something to do with your credit, your insurance, your traffic violations, things like that could actually affect you in your positions with work, getting specific licenses, your career. This type of stuff is important just as much as some of your consumer reports. Credit is the backbone, it's number 1. But, occasionally, once in a while, we'll do a video. It's something else that brings value to you guys. Okay, so the first one is A+ Property, all right, by Verisk. Okay, collects and reports insurance claims and loss information data associated with homes, commercial buildings. Okay, A+ Properties. You can get a free report every 12 months. You can request one. You want to make sure that this one is clean, good to go. If you've got anything for your home, commercial, all that good stuff. Okay. Number 2, the big one. Now we've talked about Lexus Nexus, but what under Lexus Nexus, within Lexus Nexus, we have Clue Report, Clue Inc., personal property and auto reports. Now this is the stuff that you'll see for comprehensive loss underwriting. They are part of an exchange. So when you're talking about insurance rates, you're like, man, my rates are going up. I had to make claim, or maybe there's something out there that might be some type of violation or something like that. They collect and report information on insurance coverage, loss associated with automobiles, okay, your personal property, this kind of stuff. So if you have inaccurate information in there, it could potentially affect your car rate, all right? You can get a free report every 12 months. It would behoove you to make sure that you get your Lexus Nexus reports. Take a look, make sure that you take a look at all that stuff, okay? Excellent. Okay, great questions. We're gonna get to these questions. So we're halfway through, right? Halfway through, we got 2. We're gonna get 2 more here, all right? There's one that TransUnion has. It's actually drivershistory.com. Driver's History, TransUnion holds the majority ownership of this for driver's histories. All right, reports insurance clients containing information and data collected from quote unquote open public sources, government agencies, driving violations, and this kind of stuff. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. They've got these violations, they've got this stuff. You can dispute this inaccurate information. You can knock this stuff off. You can use, a lot of this stuff is under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, surprisingly enough. You can look up Lexus Nexus. You can look up TransUnion. TransUnion is a majority holder. These individuals need to abide by the rules, okay? You might be out there thinking, hey, man, I got my car note. I got my credit square. I'm doing good. I'm flying high. And then all of a sudden, man, my interest rate is high. My interest rate as much as my car note. These are the things that you want to work at. There are so many components to purchasing a home, purchasing a car, getting a career, a job. You know, I want to make sure that you are 100% ready to go. A lot of individuals out there, hey, get your credit square out the door. No. We're going to make sure you're from the 100%, from the top of your head to your toes, to the rocks underneath your toes. All right. The sand underneath your toes. All right. All right. The last one here, the fourth one, and I'm going to give you a bonus bureau as well. So we got a bonus bureau for some special stuff. But number 4, insurance information exchange. All right, iix.com. You can request a report every 12 months, obviously. You can get these every 12 months from them for free, okay? Collects and reports motor vehicle records, including traffic violation data to insurance providers and prospective employers. Look at this, okay? Look at this stuff. A lot of people don't know these exist. A lot of people aren't going to tell you this stuff, this information, all right? And how they're getting this information, quote unquote, public records, exchanges, it's gnarly stuff. Did you allow them? Did you give them that information? How do they have this, right? You can dispute this negative, nasty, erroneous stuff that could potentially putting you in a higher bracket for your insurance, for your home, for your job, security clearances. You'd be surprised at the information that is out there on you. You want to make sure that you get this, okay? Now, the bonus, we did our 4, okay? And I want to make sure that I get to your questions. I know we had a lot of questions on the live stream last time. I got a lot that I gave out on the call. So we're going to wrap up the first portion of this and we're going to get to your questions. Okay. But the bonus one is a lot for truck drivers. Okay. Got a lot of truck drivers who watch, who are starting their own business. A lot of individuals who do driving as a living. The DAC report, DAC report on higher right, I believe is the one. Lunchtime, it's live time. That's right. The DAC report. Take a look at that. I've had truck drivers say, hey, man, something's on there that's erroneous, inaccurate, unverified. Can I dispute it? Yes, you can get that report. All right. Higher right is where you can usually get that one. And I will just double check to make sure. You go to higher right and you can look up DAC and you should be able to grab. Let me just double check on DAC report because this one is for your truck drivers. Higherright.com/background. Absolutely. I want to, and right here, I'm looking at it. I want a copy of my higher right DAC report. So all this information is available to you. There should be nothing standing in your way from getting your car, getting your house, getting your job, getting whatever it is that you need. Even some of these secret, silly nonsense that they do to try and trap you up and charge you more, even after the fact on your insurance. We got you covered, all right? 609creditrepair.com. You can do this for yourself. Or, hey, look, I know my team is standing by. They were like, Brandon, when you going live? We want to see you go live. We're ready to rock and roll when you call in. Call us up. Hit us up. Sign up with us because we can do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com, okay? You can do it yourself, 609creditrepair.com. You got email support, me, the team, yeah? Economical. Or we can do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. Got the team, do it for you. Hey, Brandon, I'm a busy entrepreneur. I got things to do, okay? I ain't got time to be doing lunchtime live streams. I got to work. I got to do my work on the live streams time, right? So we have live streams on the weekend as well. All right. So hit the bell for notification. Hit that subscribe button. Become part of the subscribe tribe. This video is helping me out. Please give a thumbs up. We're about to get into your questions here. And I'm putting up my email as usual. I am very open to your emails. I'm telling you what, I enjoy getting your emails, reading them, giving back, finding out what you need information about, doing the videos for you. I'm telling you, more videos are coming out. We've already got some videos, some great stuff ready to rock and roll for you, but I want to get on these lives to make sure. All right. Can you post the bureau? Yeah, let me grab these bureaus. I'm going to put the bureaus here. Look, I got my secret stuff, Jerome. All right. Do my research for y'all. I'll make sure I get this done for y'all. Okay. I'm going to put this in here right now. And hopefully my typing is not too loud, okay? And then we got A+ property. We've got the personal reports. Lexus Nexus, okay? .com. And this is your clue report, clue, okay? Next one, we got your driver's history. Driver's history report. drivershistory.com, which is actually majority owned by TransUnion. They're not telling you this. And then, of course, the insurance exchange, information exchange, iix.com. Those are your 4. You can also look into if you're a truck driver, you need your DAC report at hireright.com. Excellent. All right. Without further ado, let's get into your questions. I know you got questions. We got your answers. Let me scroll up. And of course, you know, sometimes it takes a moment to get on the live and to see some of these things. Let's see here. Alan Johnson. All right. Courthouse filing for dismissal. Excellent. Okay. So this is great. Fireball. Hey, student loans off your report. Congratulations. Excellent. Still getting a late payment in the mail. What's going on? Hey, they could potentially try, right? They can try. Just because someone can't verify, validate 100%, you know, keep it on the report or make you pay, right? Because they're not garnishing you and then take you to court. They can't make you pay. They may still try and trick you. I mean, I've seen it. People are like, this is not on my reports. I don't owe them. It's outside the statutes of limitation. Okay. And yet I'm still getting stuff they're trying to collect. These zombies, they're walking dead. Okay. Walking dead. Tony Stanley. Hello. First time client of your company. Thank you so much, Tony. Appreciate you. All right. Tammy. If I want to place a freeze, should I request a report first and then request a freeze, or freeze doesn't affect the request? Great question. Okay. My anticipation of how that would affect your request is that you would probably want to get your request on first. Get your request on. All right. Get the report first. You freeze it up. Chances are they shouldn't be giving your report out, right? Chances are they're not supposed to be giving out that information. Even if it's yourself, you'd have to probably put a thought and get the report or to apply for something. That's my thought process. But let me tell you what, these bureaus like to finagle and finesse. Sometimes there'll be a freeze on something and someone maybe get some information or get a report. You're like, how the hell did that happen? That could potentially be a violation. We have to see, right? Each one wants to play games. I would say to make it easy on yourself, get your reports, request the freeze afterwards, okay? Request the freeze afterwards, but you never know. Getting the report is important too, because if you see negative, erroneous stuff on there, the freeze alone is a great start, but you definitely want to go through the dispute process if there's something unverified, inaccurate, obsolete, outdated. We see stuff on there that's beyond 7 years. We've seen stuff on there that people know that it's not theirs. Okay. So double check your reports, double check your scores too. A lot of individuals will message me and say, hey, you know, I'm looking at my 2 reports here. I don't really know my real FICO. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm interested in purchasing a car, a home. I'm interested in getting that job. So invest in yourself, invest in a monitoring system that's going to give you back, pay you dividends. It's so important to know. Something that I noticed, and I've talked about this, is about using the 3 cards, right? Using 1 card, 1 credit card, or 2 credit cards is okay. But when you use 3 credit cards, that's you're going to maximize your potential to be one of the higher FICO individuals, someone with a higher score. How did I find that out? Was by monitoring my own credit with my FICO. Was seeing when I only used 2 credit cards, my credit score came down. I used a 3rd and it went up. I didn't really understand why. I looked into, and FICO actually shows you what the highest earners, the people with those 800 scores, those high 700, 800 scores, have at least 3 revolving accounts that they utilize, right? Keeping the utilization down. All right, I know somebody thinking, what's the utilization? We've talked about utilization. We'll get back into it. But the 3 cards, and that's actually with my FICO telling me. Yeah. So by me investing in a little bit of my FICO and me understanding that and being able to do that and bring that back here to you, I'm able to maximize my return on my FICO. So if I go out and say, hey, I'm going to get a home, now I'm maximizing my interest rate. I'm saving thousands and thousands over the life of my mortgage. So yeah, maybe my FICO is $30, $50, $40, $20, $30, $50. Who knows, right? It's an investment. You're thinking, oh, I'm coming out ahead if I'm going to purchase the car, the home, the job, whatever it is. Okay. So invest in yourself. Let's see. Vanessa, good morning. I'm ready. Good morning. Good. Thanks for the thumbs up. World Girl Bandana. Hi, Brandon. First timer here. Good to see you. Good to see the first timers. Trying to bring it on during the week, during time when other individuals can make it as well. And we're doing live streams on the weekend too. So don't think this is a replacement. This is an addition to bonus time. How to get out check systems? Hey, we've got special check systems letters that are very specific for those types of violations and reporting. It's very unique. All right. Check it out. 609creditrepair.com. We've got the Beyond Committed package, and I'm going to give you my email. So I'm sure you'll have questions about it. You'll have specific questions that I can answer for you. But in general, to answer your question, you'll probably need to dispute the stuff. Okay. James Rio, subscribe tribe checking in. All right. Let's see here. John J. Doe. Yep, that's true. I work in insurance. John J. Doe doesn't want to say their name, Mr. Doe, John Doe, unless that's actually your name, John Doe. But it's true. It works in insurance. Congrats for letting us know and letting the subscribe tribe know. Let's see. Trade lines. Reginald Mathis. Look, Reginald, good question. Okay, asking, hey man, y'all got some trade lines? You got some AUs? Hey, just for the subscribe tribe, just for the individuals, we don't just put it all out there, right? It's really easy to put. The thing is, you'll see people with trade line stuff and you go and people purchase it. We want to make sure it's right for you. You get the right one, the right age, the right limit, the right price point, the right everything, because it's got to help you. Some people get a trade line AU and it doesn't help them. They're like, why? Well, you got something with not enough history. You got stuff that wasn't enough credit. You got something that wasn't right. So I'm going to give you my email. Hit me up and we'll chop it up and figure out what might be best for you, okay? Melly Mel, what a treat. My favorite person, Melly Mel. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Great. So, Miss Bass, what about them tickets don't report to DMV? Is that what you mean? Is this where they go? Potentially. This is the information that no one is telling you, right? No one's saying, hey, check these 4 bureaus out for your tickets. No one's saying, hey, at the DMV, we don't know where it's at. It could be here, here, and here, and here. The insurance underwriters don't tell you where it is. Potentially take a look, see if they're there. Maybe. All right. It depends on where you're looking. CSA report also for truck drivers. So check out CSA reports. Lee Turner signed up last night. I'm pumped. We're excited for you. We're good to be with you and working with you. Cornita, all right. Cornita is on the live. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Cornita, my business partner, Awesome Life Group in the house. We're here to answer your questions if you have any. It's a sign up form. Jeremy says it's a sign up form of the original creditor and shows no payment agreement or payment amounts. Is this proper validation? Let me see what Jeremy is saying. Let's see. I'm a collector, shows my signature. Jeremy, okay, cool. Hit me up. I don't signed up. It's just a sign up form with no payment history or agreement. Doesn't sound like enough. I want to see it if possible, because I want to make sure I advise correctly. Let me see. Should I worry, Jose? Should I worry if I send my first round and haven't received anything back? This can happen. Individuals will send a round of letters and something will not come back. Should you worry? No, you shouldn't worry, okay? I had a teacher one time said, worry is not work, right? And should you worry? Is that a bad sign, right? Because you start worrying, you're like, is that a bad sign? No, it's not a bad sign. Now, did you receive anything? And I'm gonna look down, Jose. But did you receive anything in the mail in the past 30 days? No, right? So if it hasn't been in the past 30 days from when they received the letter, so if they received the letters and they have 30 days to postmark you a response, if they're outside that time window, why worry? Either they're getting stuff deleted or it's remained down there and it's been past 30 days. You can send a non-response 30-day response letter. The non-response letter tells them, hey, you didn't respond within 30 days. You weren't able to validate. You weren't able to verify. You need to just delete this information or give me the proper information to keep it on the reports. Simple as that. You don't need to worry. Plus, first round, you'll see all sorts of stuff. Stall tactics. You'll see the, hey, they'll come back and say, hey, we couldn't properly verify, validate your information, that kind of stuff, right? Or you won't get anything. No need to worry. Also, like I was saying before, invest in a good credit monitoring software because that monitoring software will give you clues. I remember I wasn't getting, after a certain period of time, sometimes I wasn't getting my reports from all 3 bureaus all the time, but I was getting results. I had a credit monitoring service or I would go directly to the credit bureaus and pull my reports before I knew, hey, you know, maybe just get the MyFICO or just get a reporting serve. And I would see deletions. I would see some come off. I would see stuff that would remain and I needed to dispute again. Okay. So they're not necessarily going to try and help you out, but they might, in the bureaus, the bureaus might be doing what they're supposed to be doing. So take a look and see what's what. Okay. Yeah, Robert, same idea here. Hey, Brandon, things are getting removed on Credit Karma, so they say, thanks to your letters, which is great. How can I be sure they're truly gone? One, you want to get that information in the mail from the bureaus that it says deleted. Okay. Now, if you don't, like we said, you could go on. You can go right to Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, get your reports. I know Experian's got their own reporting. You can get all three in the fight. Maybe take a look there. There's the credit check totals, the privacy guards, the identity IQs out there, the MyFICOs. Get your reports, take a look, see what's on there every 30 days while you're going through this process. And then afterwards, maintain that information if that's a good investment for you. You want to make sure, because Credit Karma gives you two. Sometimes they say remove, maybe not. Credit Karma plays games. It's not very accurate, but it could be true. You could be getting deletions. We've seen it from that way too. So to make sure, and you know that's why you're asking, to make sure, double check official reports. Official reports. Okay. I appreciate the super chat here. All right, great. Sandy, Miss Flores, I love it. Thank you very much for the super chat. You have a question here, and I want to make sure that if you have follow-up stuff here as well, because I'm going to ask you a couple questions, feel free to chat it up here, and I'm going to take a look. It says, hi, Brandon. Bought your products a couple of years ago, and it's awesome. Thank you. But I have a question. How long can a closed account be on my credit? I currently have a closed account since 2009, which is 10 years. What letter can I use? Okay. Couple of questions, couple of things we need to unpack. Let me know. Number one, is the closed account negative? If this is a closed account with all positive on-time payment history, you leave it alone. You leave it alone. That means I currently have a closed account since 2009, which is 10 years ago. If this is positive, all on time, good history, you leave it alone. It stays on there forever. If it's negative and delinquent, it can be removed after that 7-year mark by the bureaus on their own because of the federal statutes of reporting limitations. Yeah. So 2009, 2010, or excuse me, 10 years later, 2019 could potentially be way outside, right? Depending if it's negative. So let me know, is it negative? Now, if it's negative, you could dispute it with our dispute letter, 609 creditrepair.com. That's 609 letters, send it in. And under one of the reasons, providing physical verification, one of the reasons you can put is outside the federal statutes of limitation for reporting, too old, obsolete, that type of stuff. But let me know here. I'm looking to see if it is negative or it's positive. I have a feeling it's probably positive, it's closed, and it could be potentially helping you. So be cautious about that, okay? But if it's closed and it's negative, you can dispute that sucker just like you dispute other stuff, all right? Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Now I got to go back, make sure. All right. Thank you very much, Sandy. Okay, great. That's a great follow-up question, Mr. Knight. Brian Knight said, Brandon, is a closed account with a zero balance that states payment status closed on the account good, or is it a negative account? That's a great question. Do you have any late payments on it, Mr. Knight? Were there any, let's say, times that perhaps someone, I'm not going to say you, but somebody missed payments or there were missed payments? You probably know. And if so, you could update those late payments. You could dispute the late payments. You could, no, Brian was never late. He says he was never late. Okay. So you were never late, paid on time, closed, good positive history, probably positive, probably helping your score out. Leave that sucker alone. Just because it's closed, just because it's zeroed out, doesn't mean it's negative. I've got some old stuff that was closed. It's positive. They were revolving. And yeah, they're still on there, still fine. Now, I closed them was a mistake, right? All right. That was a mistake to close them, but at the time, I didn't really know any better. And it was all good. Good, Brian. Cool. Okay. Thanks for responding promptly through emails. Your staff is awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. NPK 200 call. It's negative account. So you have some late payments on it? Charge off? What's the status? Because, Sandy, I'll tell you what. If it's outside that statute's limitation, boom, should be a done deal. 7 years at the max from the last time that it was from the first delinquency, okay? For the first delinquency, basically the last payment, first delinquency, they only have 7 years. So if it's 10 years, it's been 10 years, thing needs to be gone, okay? Mr. Allen, one, probably, but I don't give any legal or financial advice, so that's a legal scenario. Talk to your lawyers, talk to the courts, probably, and of course you can always defend yourself, but that's just my opinion, okay? It's a charge-off, great. It's outside the statutes, it's a charge-off. You write that sucker on your report, Sandy, hey, this, whatever it is, whatever the account, put the partial account number, outside the 7-year statute limitation. Great. Then that's a good follow-up question. Excellent. K8UR channel. So they got the charge off outside the statutes, outside the 7 years, right? Reporting history, too old. Boom. Send that sucker in. Now, K8UR channel has this great follow-up question. Hey, the Bureau's not removing something that's over 7 years. Okay. They're messing with the date. They're trying to fudge the dates. Who do I follow up with? Who do I take to court? Who do I do this with? Okay. So if the bureaus are in violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, it's the bureaus you would want to go after. Okay. So that's complaints, CFPB, Attorney General. Your courts are open to you. Absolutely. That's easy. That's a done deal. We know that. That's easy, right? Yeah. Boom. Easy stuff. All right. Let's see what else we got. Whoa. Mr. and Miss Armstrong, I'm not sure what that is. Hi, Brandon. I have an auto loan that I disputed for late payments. Starts reviewing it, but they report changed the late month and date. Wow. So it was inaccurate first. Then they're trying to play games and change when it was late or the date. Is this legal to do when I was not late on the date changed to? I mean, come on, right? We all know this. Is it no? I mean, if that was inaccurate, no. I mean, no. Why would that be allowed? Why would that be allowed at all? You were not late on that date yet. They're changing it to that date. This is the stuff that they have to substantiate. They've got to prove when you paid. They've got to prove that it was late on such and such a date. And I'm sure you have your bank records or whatever it is that you utilize to pay. Nowadays, digitally, it's easy to bring stuff up. I had to go back and look at some of my stuff, my statements for some stuff, and be like, oh, there it is. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Easy, easy. Easy. All right. Robert, I got Verizon Wireless removed recently. Excellent. Good work. Donovan Hargrove, relax. All good. You can ask your questions too. Donovan, thank you very much. Ask your question. Yeah, I mean, Brian, Mr. McKnight says, Donovan, what's the question? Come on, brother. We're here for everybody, all right? What credit score you need to get a good interest rate on your home? Depends on your letters. I asked the question. Mr. Johnson, yeah, I think I got that, Mr. Johnson, about the countersuits, right? In that, did you miss the response to that one? You probably can, but we can't give you any legal or financial advice. You want to follow up with your lawyer? Yes. And remember, any violation that's on there, you could potentially take them to court for things, okay? But again, you want to talk to lawyers, you want to talk to court. We're not lawyers, we can't give any legal advice, and we don't, okay? Credit scores for a good home. Anybody have an idea? Anybody purchase a home recently? Want to put in the chat what their credit score was for them to get a good interest rate? Were they getting 4%, 5%? What's a good interest rate for you? And from which lender? You know, sometimes in FHA, you can get a decent credit score in the 600s and still get 4%, 5%, something like that. What do you think is decent for you? You know, that's the kind of thing. And some people have to go to their credit union and they want, 700 and to get a 4 or 5% or something in there. I'm not thinking that anything over 5% is bad. I'm just thinking, if you're looking for something that's really good, couldn't see more than 5% being bad, or 4%, 5%. Those are really good rate, I would imagine. But you let me know what a good rate is for you for your homes. Okay. Yeah. See, look at this. I got a 3.75% with Ally with a 710. I mean, 3.75% on a loan, assuming that you don't have HOAs and crazy taxes and all that stuff. I mean, that's like free money, right? 3.75%, which is good. And that, look, I'm not a finance guy, right? But thinking about it just in general, if insurance is, or excuse me, inflation is 2 to 3%, you probably don't want your home loan being more than 3-4%, because then as inflation goes up and the equity in your home builds, you don't want it to get eaten away by paying more on your loan. 4.9% for a 640, that's great. You're under 5%. I mean, to me, that seems really good. So it depends on what you think is good, but you know, in the 600s, you can start getting really good stuff. So, all right, look at that. I first threw VA. Oh, Veterans United with a score of 640 at 5.125%, around 5%. I then went to another bank, a 640 score, 4.75%. Yeah, under 5%. I couldn't imagine. And that's good. You shouldn't be paying more. I think, my personal opinion, you shouldn't be paying more than 5% on your loans if you got a 640. You know, and this is what's interesting. And I'm glad the Subscribe Tribe's here and we're talking this and we're chopping it up, because a lot of individuals want to buy homes and they think, man, I got to get me a 720, a 780 FICO. I got to get all this credit and all this stuff to get my 4%, my 3%. Individuals at 640. You can get there. You can get there and get your dream home. Okay. You know, and we've got all the tools and mechanisms for you to do it. Dispute the negative items. 609creditrepair.com. You can send the negative, nasty buggers gone, right? You get them gone. We can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. You've got the ability to get trade lines, AUs, primaries with the Jeweler Clubs card and the New Coast Directs, to get the self-lenders, to boost your score, to get your dream homes. It is possible. This is our year, all right? This is our year. Lunchtime. Great time, live time. This video helped you out. Please give a thumbs up. Now, we got to get back. We got to get back to the emails, the calls, the clients, sending out the disputes. I want to go live again. And listen, I know we've got questions. I'm going to put my information here in the chat, okay? We're about to get back to it. People, FHA, people are excited, man. People are excited for these homes. I'm excited for you, okay? All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you. And until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care.